Straight ahead on 12 News, a different school of thought. Why an increasing number of students are turning to community college rather than a four-year university. Then, a local building boom.
Our demographic that we're building for is more of the move-up families.
And these aren't your average homes. But first, thieves make off with thousands of dollars from Brooklyn Park stores. 12 News starts right now. We'll have that story in just a moment, but first, a ruling in a lawsuit filed against Brooklyn Center Police.
The mother of Edmund Fair claimed police used excessive force when her son was shot and killed in August of 2013. Today, a federal judge dismissed the suit, saying Officer Paul Soliday's actions were reasonable and lacking in malice. The mother claimed Fair was shot while handcuffed. An attorney for the officer says dashcam video proved otherwise and that Fair tried to steal an officer's gun. Fair was wanted and facing prison time for kidnapping. Police are working to find the thieves who have targeted several Brooklyn Park businesses.
The suspects have gotten away with thousands of dollars, but not by stealing cash, by stealing the store's credit card readers. Cassie Bonstrom has the details.
It was business as usual last month for Edwin Chile.
It was just like a regular Monday, you know.
That is until a man and two women walked into his Brooklyn Park liquor store.
Then the ladies called me. I went to the back, and when I came to the front, the machine was gone.
In the blink of an eye,
I think it was a setup.
Chile says the man had grabbed the credit card reader.
I used to have it over here like that.
And run.
We've been open for a year, and never happened anything like that.
This device is hooked up to the owner's bank account, so when the thieves stole the device, all they had to do was hook it up to the internet and they could effectively transfer thousands of dollars to their own credit cards. $16,000 to be exact was emptied from Edwin's bank account within minutes. 3 weeks later, Edwin is still surprised at the man's bold crime.
He just looked at me, he just kept running.
Especially because he had been a regular customer.
He was coming to the store every 2 days, 3 days. You know.
Police say the man is likely part of a small ring hitting businesses across the metro. Just down the street from Maddie's, thieves stole several credit card readers from Brunswick Zone and made off with almost $200,000.
Something that you never think that somebody's gonna steal.
As police search for the suspect, Edwin wants him to know he didn't just hurt his business.
Most people these days just pay with credit card. And I was without a machine for a week.
This thief also threatened his livelihood.
That's how you pay my mortgage, that's how to pay my rent. You know, people that just don't care.
In Brooklyn Park, I'm Cassie Bonstrom, 12 News.
In other news, a Brooklyn Center mural has received glowing reviews. There's one problem, however, it's a little too big. The Brooklyn Center City Council will have to change its ordinance to keep the mural as is because it's too close to residential property. A group of students received permission to paint the freeway sound wall behind Earl Brown Elementary to deter gang graffiti. A city ordinance says public art must not be within 150 feet of residential property. More students are choosing to attend two-year institutions rather than four-year colleges.
Enrollment has doubled at two-year colleges from 60,000 in 1980 to 120,000 in 2012. That's according to a report by the Minnesota Office of Higher Education. 12 News reporter Sonia Goen shows us how that trend is impacting enrollment at Hennepin Technical College.
We still remain the largest technical college in the state.
The student lounge at Hennepin Technical College was packed with students studying over the lunchtime hour.
So 10 minus 28 is 18, so 18 times 3.
Although enrollment numbers for this semester are slightly down, the school has seen increases in the past couple of years.
Within the MnSCU system, both HTC and our sister two-year institutions saw a huge upswing in enrollment, largely due to the downturn in the economy.
Michael Crumble is one of thousands choosing to attend a two-year institution.
I chose this school because this is my first time going to college, and I wanted to start with something kind of small.
Hennepin Technical College attributes the upswing in enrollment to accessibility.
We're open enrollment. We don't have an application fee.
Now, the big selling point is the price tag. Tuition here at Hennepin Technical College is considerably less than a four-year university. Tuition at HTC is about $2,000 a semester for full-time enrollment. You double that cost at the University of Minnesota.
Coming right out of high school, it's cheaper and it's easier.
Another big draw is classroom size.
Most of our classes end at 30 people. Where at a four-year college, you could have up to 200 kids in one class.
Unlike four-year institutions, students at two-year colleges tend to be 25 years or older, and many students attend part-time.
The program that I'm taking is a 2-year associate's degree.
Hennepin Technical College also has seen an increase in minority students.
36% of our student body are students of color, and a large portion are our newer immigrant families.
Students we talk with say this is a stepping stone for their future.
I don't know, I might be transferring to a 4-year, who knows?
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
And more than 60% of students at Hennepin Technical College are enrolled on a part-time basis.
Trailing in the polls, Plymouth Republican Jeff Johnson could be getting an independent boost for his gubernatorial campaign. MinnPost reports 2010 Independence Party candidate for governor Tom Horner will meet with Johnson to possibly give his support. Such backing could help Johnson attract more moderate voters. Horner received 12% of the vote in the 2010 governor's race, won by DFL incumbent Mark Dayton. Still ahead, new home construction slumped in August, but that doesn't mean it slumped everywhere.
We'll show you where home building is booming. Then later in sports, Maple Grove's football team takes care of business against Armstrong.
But first, change is in the air after a warmer day Tuesday. Temperatures plummet.
New homes are proposed for a development near the Rush Creek Golf Course in Maple Grove. The Maple Grove Planning Commission will look at plans for more than 20 custom-built homes along Troy Lane. The homes will cost at least $650,000. Maple Grove City Council has the final say on the project. In Plymouth, there is a luxury home building boom well underway.
It started several years ago, and now $500,000 homes are becoming the norm in Northwest Plymouth rather than the exception. In this week's Business Matters, it's a boon for upscale builders finding plenty of work in Plymouth. Beyond the exterior, if you want a clue you're looking at an expensive home,
We're in the sport court.
an indoor sport court would be it.
Obviously, with the indoor sport courts and our winters nowadays, the families like to incorporate the indoor sport courts now.
For builder Jeremy Skoquist of NIH Homes, this 5,400 square foot home sold recently for $875,000 is just one of 15 upscale homes he's built in Plymouth this year and sold.
A lot of them are the executive people. Typically, both of them work.
Upscale builders are finding fertile ground in Northwest Plymouth, where a dozen different developments offer new homes for well beyond the $500,000 mark. NIH Homes has built at least 30 in Plymouth in the last 3 years.
With the Plymouth location and with the school district and everything that it has to offer here, it's been great for our company, obviously since from the 2011 and on.
Every development that's happening in Plymouth has homes that are over $500,000. Are they all over $500,000? Probably not, but certainly the lion's share is.
Plymouth Community Development Director Steve Jutton says several factors contribute to the city's building boom, including available land and the Wayzata School District.
I don't think it's a surprise. I mean, you look at Plymouth, you look at the quality school districts, you look at the quality jobs. We got a lot of businesses in Plymouth that have some higher end income.
Jeremy Skoquist's company is finishing a $1.2 million home that hasn't sold yet, but he's not worried.
The activity we've seen on it, we've had good feedback. Like I said, we had one that was 1.375 that we sold last spring.
He expects to be building big in Plymouth for years to come. Plymouth is averaging about 250 new homes a year. At that rate, city officials estimate they have enough land to develop for 8 to 10 years. And if you want to check out some of those new Plymouth homes, they are on the Fall Parade of Homes tour, and we have more information at our website, 12.tv. Coming up, Cooper High School celebrates a significant milestone.
But first in sports, Hopkins and Totino-Grace battled down to the wire in prep football. John Jacobson has that and more when we come back. A strong season last year for Maple Grove football, and this year they seem to be continuing where they left off.
Right, so far so good, and a big one coming up on Friday, which we're going to talk about later in the week. The Maple Grove football team won 10 games a year ago, and though the Crimson graduated a number of players, they should be pretty good again this fall. They faced an Armstrong team coming off a season-opening loss. The crowd on hand to see the Crimson and the Falcons. First offensive series of the game for Maple Grove, and Crimson quarterback Brad Davison throws to Adam Brandt, 11 yards and a touchdown, 7-0 Grove. Back comes Armstrong. Collis Barber passes to True Thompson in the end zone. A 16-yard TD makes it a 7-6 game. Second quarter, down 14-6. The Falcons get their second score of the night. Barber flips to Dexter Betts for a short touchdown, and Armstrong trails by just a point. But Maple Grove gets 4 more touchdowns before halftime. Clark Winicke's 7-yard run puts the Crimson up 21-13. Then the defense comes up big. Chris Vondakowski comes up with the interception, returning Barber's pass 32 yards for a TD. Maple Grove wins it big over Armstrong 47-13. Also, Osseo looking to go 2-0 as they faced Minnetonka. And the Orioles get on the board. Justin Ekior barrels in for the score from 4 yards out. And they get 7-0 Osseo. 2 minutes later, Minnetonka's Tyler Olson answers with this 1-yard plunge. And we're evened up 7-7. Second quarter, the skipper's Vance Barn takes the ball up the right side into the end zone for a score. Minnetonka leads 14-7 at halftime. After a field goal pulls the Orioles within 4, the Skippers with a 4th and 10. Braden Sykes intercepted by Stefan Amu brings it out to the Osseo 24. Now the next play, Prince Crua slips a tackle and takes this one 76 yards for a touchdown. And it's a 17-14 Orioles lead with just over 10 minutes to play, part of a 185-yard night for Crua. Minnetonka scores the final 2 touchdowns of the game, and they beat the Orioles 28-17. Hopkins is used to going up against teams like Eden Prairie and Wayzata, so they weren't fazed by meeting perennial football power Totino-Grace, and it turned into a great game on the Eagles' home field. Hopkins scores first in this game. Bill Atkins, the D-back, steps in front of Lance Bennick's pass, and it's an interception, and he'll return it 48 yards for a touchdown. Royals get on the board first, leading 7-0 in the first quarter. The Eagles tied up before the end of the quarter. Gaylor Flomo, the running back, goes 10 yards in the run, and it's 7-7. This game was back and forth all night. Third quarter, the Eagles trailing until Bennick finds Ben Mazenga in the end zone for a 22-yard touchdown. Grace is back in front, 20-13. 20-17 rather. On the next play, though, Hopkins quarterback Oscar Johnson passes to Deion Campbell, and he'll go 57 yards for a touchdown. Hopkins back in the lead, 24-20 after that score. Final minute of the game now. Grace down 7. Kez Flomo, a lot of room here, carries it in from 3 yards out. Eagles trail by 1, 27-26. And they decide to go for 2. Bennick, the play action fake, keeps it and gets in for the conversion and the winning points, and Totino wins 28-27. Park Center has a bye this week. The Pirates hope to enter the break with a 3-0 start as they took on the Blake Bears. Blake coughs it up. This pitch is dropped. Hector Fofana delivers the big hit. Marshawn Jones falls on in the end zone for a Park Center touchdown. The Pirates defense shuts Blake down in the first half. Amani Hooker will close fast here, and he'll drop the Bears runner for a loss. And Hooker and Adam Burge form a great duo. On the punt return here, Burge makes the first tackler miss, heads up the field, sidesteps another tackler, stiff arms the punter, and goes for a 48-yard touchdown return. Park Center rolls to a 47-0 win. The defending state Class AA swimming and diving champions are off to a good start again this season. Saturday at the Minnetonka Invitational, Wayzata took first place for their second Invitational meet win of the season. The Trojans set 6 new meet records. Minnetonka finished second. Other local teams included Armstrong in 5th, Maple Grove in 6th, and Hopkins in 7th place. And that's all for sports for today.
All right, thanks, John. Voters in part of Maple Grove and Osseo will elect a new state representative this fall.
Representative Kurt Zellers is not running for the seat after he lost his bid for governor. DFLer David Hoden is running against Republican Dennis Smith. Both are small business owners from Maple Grove.
Growing up, my parents always had one simple rule: work hard, work together, and get the job done. I'm David Hoden, and that's how I plan to represent Maple Grove and Osseo in the Minnesota House of Representatives. Our community cannot afford to go backwards to gridlock, failed leadership, cheap budget gimmicks, high unemployment, and costly government shutdowns. My focus is on making smart investments that lead to forward-thinking solutions in public schools, continued job growth, reliable and efficient transportation infrastructure, and an improved healthcare system. It's important for us to elect leaders that will work together for all Minnesotans to get the job done. I'm David Hoden, and I'm running for the House to build a better Minnesota.
Hello, I'm Dennis Smith, a candidate for state representative. For the past 6 months, I've been going door to door seeking your support to serve the communities of Maple Grove and Osseo in the Minnesota House. I'm a 19-year resident of Maple Grove, and my wife Sandra and I have 2 children. Our family attends St. Vincent de Paul Church in Osseo. I'd like to serve as your state representative to help build a state in which good jobs that pay good wages are created, where our schools are stronger and the focus is truly on kids and financial accountability, and where patient-centered healthcare solutions replace a government-run system. You can learn more about my campaign at dennissmith.org. I respectfully ask for your vote.
You can also see all of the local candidates we've featured on our website, 12.tv, now through Election Day. Well, still ahead, sharp vision, excellent listening skills, and one more reason the hawk has stood the test of time in New Hope.
We'll be right back.
Unique opportunity to put on your chef hat and apron and learn from the pros. General Mills is hosting a cooking class at Betty Crocker Kitchens in Golden Valley. To apply, you must fill out a short survey on the company's website. A small group will then be chosen from the pool of applicants. And the class, held September 25th, will teach different cooking techniques and offer fun activities. You get to learn from Betty Crocker. Pretty good.
Could be better, huh?
Yeah, right. Well, finally, students and teachers, past and present, were flying high at Cooper today.
Today marks the 50th anniversary of when Cooper High School first opened its doors. Alumni bought cakes and cookies decorated in school colors to celebrate. The event is just the first of several planned this year to commemorate 5 decades of Cooper glory.
This very day we started. When I was a senior, we were the first graduating class. We split from Robbinsdale, so we had to leave our friends and come to a new school, but we made it a real momentous time. And so we wanted these kids to feel that same enthusiasm that we felt 50 years ago.
Other events this month include tours of the old district elementary schools and an all-class party on September 26th at the Medina Entertainment Center. So all kinds of ways to show Cooper pride.
That'll be a blast, yeah.
That does it for us. Thanks so much for joining us.
Community Corner is up next. We'll see you tomorrow beginning at 2.